Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome to the Gallant Horde. Today we are playing The Strange Adventure of Archibald Sims, which I'm sure is going to be just delightful. But before we get into that, here are some things you should know about. Firstly, from the 17th of September, we have a brand new thing starting every second week. For a while, it's probably going to run for, I think, 4 weeks or 5 weeks. I think it was 4 weeks. Lionel has gathered a delightful group of beings together and will be taking them through a Vampire the Masquerade game, which I'm sure is going to be just delightful. So the idea with that is that it'll be running in this usual Horde slot. We will be doing Horde games every second week, and in the alternate weeks we'll be doing that for a while, and then there will be something else coming after that to the end of the year. This is so that we can get caught up on all our stuff, and just generally try to get on top of things, because we have a tendency of biting off more than we can chew in this household. Oh, the theme music's still playing. Hey, so Adam is currently taking a child to a birthday party, which means that I'm doing tech, but unfortunately, Sirenscape is on his computer, so you'll are just gonna have to deal with it. Pretty music until he gets back in about 10 minutes. Unless you want me to go change it. Is it a problem? Is it too loud?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Cool.
I'm digging
All
it.
good. Next week is episode, help me out, 7 of City in Yellow. Am I right?
Episode 7.
7
Yes, episode
of
7.
City in Yellow. So it must be getting pretty close to like super crunch time. I'm asking because several of our today players are also in that game. And yeah, so that happens on the same day as the Horde game, but several hours earlier. It is a Cthulhu hack game, DM'd by our very own Eldritch Horror, Lionel Blessig. He is amazing. He's an amazing storyteller, so if you haven't been watching that, you should be. It's awesome. Also, in the ongoing saga of Jax does too many things at this time of year, Critmas, for those of you who follow that thing, that little small project I do, starting in September every year, is a International Secret Santa in the Critical Role fandom. If you go and if you're in our Discord, there is a critter gifting section of our Discord that will have all the information in it. If you are not in our Discord, you should be, firstly, but also you can find us on Facebook as Critter Gifting. Sign-ups for that will be opening tomorrow. The sign-ups last for roughly a month. Usually they will close at the end of September, and then you get assigned a person that you get to give delightful things to. It is always amazing. And the only reason I can still do it is because I have an incredible team of incredible people who help me out, 2 of whom are in this right now. Y'all are amazing, and I love you. So yeah, if that's your jam, if you like sending cool shit to people around the world, you should keep an eye out for that happening tomorrow. Also, it is September on Twitch. That means you can subscribe to us for cheaper than usual. And I think someone, Jen, said you can get subs for several months and get them at the discounted price. So, yeah, if you've been holding out, now's the time. Become a subscriber. Get to watch all the stuff happening in our Discord. Oh my god. I fear the 10-year-old is currently manning his father's computer. So, yes, that's a thing. I lost my train of thought completely. Yes, subscribe. If you are a Twitch subscriber, you get access to all our Discord channels, including all the behind-the-scenes Gallant Horde channels, where there is a lot of stuff that happens. Loads and loads of story going on there all the time. So it's definitely worth it if you're enjoying these characters. You get to see all the things they get up to when they're not on missions. It's insane.
Which is nothing. Totally nothing ever.
Uh-huh.
Nothing ever.
All right.
So boring.
We
Honestly,
have
not even
2
worth it.
not new to the Horde, but new to this season, players today with brand new characters to introduce to you. So I'm going to get all of you to introduce yourselves and your wonderful characters. And while you do that, I'm going to go and just turn the Sirenscape down just a little bit. So just work your way around the room, starting with Noah.
Jax,
All right.
Jax,
Oh,
Dex.
just real
Yes.
quick. Noah's
Yes.
camera's off on the streaming computer too.
Oh, weird.
For some reason.
Okay, I'll
Oh,
fix
He's
that.
on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Noah, introduce yourself.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'll wait
Silent
for my
shadow.
face to show up on the stream. Face to a name and all that.
Sure, do we want to
biding
do
time,
Briar
biding
first?
time.
Yeah,
let's come
sure.
back.
I'll go first. Oh, hi. I'm Briar, and I'm played by Chelsea, and I'm a really adorable, lushy ranger.
Excellent. Adam's home, so he'll fix it.
Yeah. Noah's back on stream, so we can
Woohoo!
see
Go,
their beautiful
Noah!
face.
Face to the name.
Did you introduce
So-
yourself?
I did not because I wanted to have a face to the name.
Okay.
No, you're
Go now.
back. You can do that.
Yes, I am. I didn't know if we wanted to continue around or
No.
spin back to me.
Yeah.
So, hello. I am Noah. I will be playing Anowon, the human thaumaturge.
Okay.
I'm not particularly adorable. I just have a bag of tricks
Bags of tricks are
and a
fun
fancy
too.
mirror.
Matthew.
Hello, I am Matthew, and I'll be playing Elzaren, who is very cute, but in a very different way, and also has excellent luck in forests.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yes, historically that is absolutely true. Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm playing Gertrude Biscuit, the halfling old lady who likes to cook, that also has a bee that talks named Honey Biscuit. Yeah, there we go. I got there.
It's only taken how many months?
Too many.
Nick, welcome back.
I am Nick. I am playing Jaya. She is a Vanara psychic. A Vanara is like a monkey person. It's awesome. So I'm a monkey psychic from the Malahaya jungle.
Excellent. And finally, Shawnali.
Oh, hello. I play Loralai Hexe, the death cleric of Kiefer.
He's very chipper about it.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. So, today you are going to help the Sims family. Archie Sims, 9 rotations old, has gone off into the jungle, into the forest. He's a child who is prone to exploration, and he has come back altered. And so his mother has asked for assistance. Is there anything any of you would like to do before you head to the anvil to check in with Andeline before this mission?
I like to say Gertrude made her cookies that she normally does.
Okay.
Yeah, Jaya for the
And
first
one will be
time
doing-
casts beige armor
ahead.
on herself,
Yep.
which is she's not done that before, so it's kind of cool. She's very happy.
Cool. Cool.
Anowon is doing phone wallet keys, but on like 20 different pockets.
Is doing what? I'm
Just
sorry?
phone wallet
wallet
keys.
keys.
Patting the pocket just all the way down.
I gotcha. Wow. Awesome. Okay. So you head to the anvil to meet up with Angeline. She sees you come in and she said, "Oh, before I get into that, your potion of resistance today is Sonic. You may thank Chelsea for that." So you walk into the anvil. Angeline is behind the bar as usual. She looks up and she goes, "Ah, hello. Good to see you all. Ready to solve whatever's going on at the Sims household?"
I have
Yes, Elzaren.
questions.
Yes.
We were talking earlier, and we were wondering, this child who's come back different, how different is what we were hoping to find out?
Well, he's a normal human child, except now instead of arms, he has wings.
Been
Oh.
complete placed, no
Correct.
raptor hands. All right. Well,
His
that's
mom-
So that
definitely
is different.
not significant.
Yeah, his mom's a bit perturbed, as you can probably imagine.
How does he feel about that? Just out
Well,
of
you'll have
curiosity.
to ask him. He wasn't here
Mhm.
when his mother came and asked me for help.
All right.
Ah, wow. What are we being paid? Do you know, or should we be asking his
So-
mum?
No, this is actually kind of a delicate thing. Now, Lottie Sims is a very proud woman, but that's about all she has, is her pride,
Hmm.
if you follow me. Her husband is not a bad man, but he's better at making children than providing for them.
Hmm.
He's a trapper. The arrangement I've made with Lottie is that she will provide a deer, venison, for the guild, and 5 rabbits in exchange for your assistance.
Oh,
That
no.
works.
I'm going into the forest again for meat.
Now, there is a good chance that Lottie will attempt to pay you more than that. I would appreciate it if you discouraged that. She
Understood.
has 5 children and number 6 on the way, and her husband,
Oh.
well, he's an okay trapper, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He's not even good at it. Ugh.
He's okay. Like I said, not a bad man, just, you know,
Struggling to
Okay.
find his place in the world.
yeah. So,
Well,
they,
the contract's been made, so no renegotiating the price.
yeah, that
Mhm.
that's how I feel about it. I mean, you know, if she decides that perhaps, assuming you can fix his arms, Archie should come and help out at the guild, I don't know, rake some stables or whatever, that's fine. I'm okay with that sort of thing. But
How is he about taking care of chickens, I wonder?
Yeah, bats poops a lot.
there you go. Maybe you can make an arrangement of that sort. But they don't have a lot of money, so let's not take it.
Mhm.
Understood.
Angeline, have you
Yes.
heard of anything like this before? Strange body parts.
Not like this, no. I've heard of transfiguration magic. Like that's a thing where things get changed into other things, but
Um,
I don't know what has happened here. Yes, Elzaren.
Did the boys say anything about how that happened? That the mom told you?
She was extremely upset. She said that he had gone into the forest and come back with wings instead of arms, and she was understandably concerned. But I feel like perhaps you need to go and talk to them to try and get to the bottom of it. I told her I would send someone to help, and I negotiated venison and rabbits. You will all eat very
They
well.
sound delicious.
Hmm.
We have some really good cooks. So
Yes, you do. It's very useful.
Well, I suppose
right,
we
let's do
should
this.
stop bothering you, Angeline, and go bug some moms.
Yep.
Just the one.
Yeah, oh yeah, just the one. Hopefully no other children have wound up with,
Strange.
tails and fins or something.
Indeed. Good luck. I hope you can figure out what's gone on there. It is odd. I've yeah. Well, I guess we'll see.
Is
See what you can find
Lottie
out.
is Lottie one of the people who would be in town a lot that we would have just like known in passing or anything?
Not a lot. She would come to the market occasionally when she has something, but she is very, very proud, and so she doesn't like what she perceives as handouts. But a lot of the townsfolk, this being Circle Creek, and Circle Creek is a very like take care of your own kind of a place, will help her in ways that allow her to accept it without it. Like, for example, Sarah Albertson will take her, the ugly carrots she can't sell, or the slightly overripe lettuces or whatever, like stuff that's perfectly edible, but she'll be like, I can't sell this, I've got too many. You're doing me a favor. I would rather give it to you than have it go to waste, kind of, those kind of
Mhm.
things. Yes.
Yeah.
Elzaren.
She wasn't at the in town when the battle chickens thing happened. Did she? There's a lot of townsfolk in there. I'm trying to remember everyone who we ran into.
No.
Okay. All right.
Mostly
Cool.
because I hadn't invented her yet when that mission happened.
Okay. Cool. Just wanted to make sure. I was like trying to remember
So-
names of people.
You may have seen her around. You probably have seen her oldest daughter, whose name is Annie. Annie is like 15. And it would be one of those things where she sends her to the market when she has a bit of cash to pick things up. But she would have her own little veggie garden. Like she would be doing everything she can to try and, sustain her family on her own. So you might
Nice.
have
Good
in
helper.
passing, but you probably wouldn't know her very well.
Okay.
All right, let's go talk to her.
Cool.
We go to her house.
So you head off to the Sims house. The Sims live in a pretty run-down, ramshackle building right on the edge of town, right on the edge of the forest, because Archibald is a trapper, so that's his livelihood. And as you approach, you can see that it is like some effort has been made to keep it nice, but it's obviously pretty rundown and it's not in great shape. There is a garden that looks like it's fairly well tended, like like a vegetable garden, herb garden, that kind of stuff. You see 3 or 4 children running around, probably 3 children running around in the garden, watched over by a young teenage human girl, who those of you who spend a lot of time in the market would probably recognize as Annie Sims. There would be 1, 2, 3, 2 other children in the garden, just kind of running around playing. There
Hello,
are a few
Annie.
chickens. She looks up and she goes, "Oh, hi, it's Loralai, yes? I think I've seen
Yeah.
you around. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Is your mom inside?
Yes, she's in the kitchen.
Okay, well, Angeline sent us over, so
Oh, is this about my dumb brother?
yeah, we've all
See
had
the one with
dumb
wings?
brothers.
He's dumber than usual.
He
I
even
think.
turned himself into walking armor, so I don't know if you will win this competition with me, you silly goose.
Oh. Well, I mean, I feel like that's more useful than not having thumbs anymore.
But he could fly to market one day, maybe.
And then he wouldn't be able to carry anything due to the lack of thumbs.
You're right.
Anyway, Mum's inside.
See you.
Okay.
Knock, knock.
The door's open. It's not even.
Oh,
Yeah, it's open.
Knock on the door frame.
still polite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lottie looks up and she goes, "Oh, hello." You can see that she's pregnant. She's probably like 6 months pregnant. She's like, "Hi. Are you here about Archie? Are you going to try and fix him?"
Maybe.
We're trying to find out what happened so we can how to proceed.
Right. Well, come in.
Thank
There
you.
is a big kitchen table, one of those big wooden tables in the kitchen. It looks like it's very old, but it's sturdy, like it's a sturdy farm table. She goes, I was just making some porridge, like oats. It's not very interesting, but if you would like some, I would be very happy to share.
I'm afraid I just ate. I thought we were going to walk around go into the forest a bit, so I kind of peeked
Okay,
a little.
that's fine.
Sorry.
No,
I
that's
hate to be
perfectly
rude.
fine.
I mean, yeah, thank you.
Gertrude feeds us too much food.
Yeah, well, and here's some more that extra. I always bring people some, and it's a bunch of
Oh.
her usual baked goods that she does.
Oh my goodness, this is very kind of you. Thank you so much. The children will love it. I'm going to put it up here, and she puts it at a very high spot. Izzy is just learning to climb, you see, and if she knows that there are cookies, it will be a problem.
Fair.
But I will absolutely share them after they've eaten their proper food. Thank you so much.
Of course,
That's
of
very
course.
kind of you. Now, and she kind of floofs her skirt and sits down. Please forgive me, but my back is giving me some trouble at the moment. Please sit. Did you have questions? Do you want to
Yes.
see him?
And talk to him if possible too. It's good to know what happened in there so that we know how to fix the situation.
Right.
First time to count.
Okay. one moment. And she calls over there's like a 3-year-old like wandering around in the kitchen, and she goes, Izzy, can you go and get your brother? And Izzy goes, brother, wings. And she like runs out flapping her arms like they're wings. And a little while later returns, followed by a 9-year-old boy who does in fact have wings instead of arms. He does not look concerned about the state of affairs.
Is
He
he
comes-
wearing a shirt? Like
He's
can
wearing
he
like
s-
a vest kind of thing.
Ah.
Like the sleeves have been cut off. Yeah.
What kind of wings do we see? Just out of curiosity.
They're like generic bird wings. They're not like
Okay.
you don't look at them and go, aha, that's an eagle. It's
I-
yeah.
I mean, we didn't say whether it could have been bat wings for all I
Oh
know.
no, they're bird
Yeah.
wings. They're feathers.
Okay.
But it's very kind of generic. Like it's
Yeah.
not a specific.
It's like that's a goose right now. That's a duck.
Just having actually seen him at this point, could I make some kind of thing just to see if there's anything remotely like this I've heard of or anything like that?
Sure. Make a, I guess, Arcana check.
I would like to do that.
It will. So, I have a special lore thing as a thaumaturge.
Oh,
Would
right.
this be related to haunts, curses, or creatures? Kind of get this. the vibe
No.
of- Okay.
Well, no. I'm gonna say no.
And it will show as acrobatics, but that's because it's the same modifier as my
Yep, that's
recall
fine.
knowledge. Because
That's fine.
things.
Just give me just please say the numbers out loud for the sake of the audience.
Yes. So, I got a 15 on the recall knowledge. And if that fails, I do get one bit of good information, one bit of bad information.
Okay.
I don't know which is which.
So you would know, obviously, that transfiguration magic is a thing, and that it is the magic of changing one thing into another thing. So you get one piece of good knowledge, one piece of bad knowledge, but you don't know which is which.
Yes, if
Okay.
I fail the check, which I assume I have since you're asking that.
No, I'm just making sure I understand the situation.
Yep.
You do not know of any specific like spells that do this particular thing. But you do know obviously that there is magic that can change stuff. But you don't immediately go, this looks like a winged boy spell. Yeah. There's no.
It's not particularly identifiable as like a curse or a spell or
No.
something else entirely. Just
It seems to be something well, yeah, you don't know of anything that would explain it just off the top of your head.
Alright.
Elzaren.
Yeah, it's because Elzaren would kind of approach the boy and just ask him, did you talk to anybody in the woods when you still had right before your arms turned into wings?
We'll get to that. Jaya, did you want to do it?
Right.
I just I don't know if I get any different information. I just rolled a 17 Arcana.
Much the same, really.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
That's all.
It's
I figured, but I wanted to check.
He looks up at you because he's a kid, and he goes, "I like your hat. It's a good hat.
It is.
It needs a feather. Do you want a feather? I've got some."
Oh no.
Does he give? Does he genuinely offer me a feather?
Yeah, he like holds
he
his
just
hand out,
teasing?
his arm, his wing out to you.
I will take a feather and put it in my cap.
Yeah, love it. Talk
Does it
to
look good
anyone?
right there?
Oh,
Yes.
I found a wishing well, and I wished,
Mm-hmm.
and my wish came true. Mom doesn't like it though, and Annie says it's not useful because I don't have thumbs anymore, which is dumb. Loralai.
Hello, Archie. May I look at your wings properly, closely?
Yeah, he like puts them
Oh,
up
wow.
so you can examine them, and they make that like wing noise.
I would like to perform a like medicine look over, see if there's like a join or anything that's weird.
Yep.
Or hopefully not infected. 28 medicine, just looking over him physically.
It absolutely looks like these wings are just part of his body. Like they are perfectly attached to his body as if they were meant to be there. They are healthy wings. There is no infection.
Archie, you are keeping very good care of these wings.
Uh-huh. I can fly now, you know. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that is dangerous.
Yes, hello. Yes.
Is that what you wished for? Was to fly?
Yeah. I sat down by the well. Well, first the well made me really fast and I ran around for a while. And then I sat down and I was looking at the birds and I was like, oh, I wish I could fly. And then I had wings. And then I flew for a bit and then I came home and I was really excited. And then Mom was like, Archie, why do you have wings now? That's weird. And then she got really upset and she cried for a bit. And when I told her it was because I wished to fly, she cried some more. And that was not so good. Anyway, and then she ran off, and I guess she called you. Are you gonna take my wings away?
No.
Do you
But-
want us to take your wings away?
I mean, it's quite fun being able to fly. At this point, Lottie goes, yes. I think that him having proper boy arms would be preferable, despite his current enthusiasm about it. It's going to become a problem eventually.
Yeah, I see that.
Yes, Elzaren.
What if we put the arms back but kept the wings? Just out of curiosity, how would you feel about that? He'd be
Oh.
addressing.
I mean, I don't know. You know, he's going to start school soon, and I feel like the other children might tease him about the wings, but maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe the wings would be nice. Is that an option? I hadn't thought about it, to be honest.
We don't know
She's a
yet.
bit, like, flustered by.
Yeah. No, we don't know yet. But if that becomes an option, that we might need his agreement, his genuinely wanting to do something. And if that might be a way to get him to do that, I want to make sure it was okay with you first before we did
Well,
that. Just because.
I would prefer for him to have arms and wings than wings and no
Yeah.
arms, I suppose. That would be better.
And then I would talk to the boy and be like, "How would you like to have like arms and wings? That way you can
Whoa!
do both things."
That would be cool. Then I could be a flying boy who still has thumbs.
But we make no promises because we don't
Right.
know what kind of magic is happening.
Yeah.
Sure.
We can
Right.
try, but we can't
Also-
promise.
Okay.
Archie, did you throw anything into the well before you made your wishes? Or were you just nearby?
Well, I did throw some stones in to start with,
Don't.
but the flying thing, I was just sitting there. But it said it wanted to be my friend, and so it gave me what I asked for.
Okay.
Briar.
Loralai, donkey kicker, do you think the little boy could be like Bergamot, the tree wizard, but just got stuck?
I don't think so because Archie, when you wished, it was from your friend, right? You didn't feel like you made yourself with wings. Your friend did it?
No, I can't do that. If I could do that, I would just turn into a bird all the time, or like a lion and chase my sisters. That would be fun. But nah, it's a wishing well. That's normal, right? Wishing wells grant you wishes. That's what they do. Gertrude.
Can Gertrude make like an occult check or something to see if she knows anything about wishing wells? Like maybe she read it in a fairy tale or something like that.
Okay, yep. Give you that. Occult. Yep.
Okay. I'm a master in occultism. Let's do this. I rolled a natural 1
Oh
for
no!
18. You know
heard
what?
these stories. You have no idea
Could
which ones are true.
Can
and
I
which
use my
ones-
hero point on this?
Sure.
Because why not? 22.
Okay. There are lots of stories about wishing wells.
Mhm.
Like that's a very common thing. There are like wishing wells around. but it's generally considered to be superstition. You've
Okay,
never
so
heard of
it's
one that
definitely.
actually works.
But is there a story that sounds similar? Like being able to, like, because he said something about being a friend, right?
So, I mean, there are stories about like, like the swan, the swan prince thing. You know, the one with the nettles. You know the story I'm talking about? What's it called? God
Yes.
damn it. 12 swans. Anyway, like things like that, where in one of those stories, one of the brothers ends up with a swan wing at the end. So there are stories where that kind of thing happens, but they're all stories. Like you've never
So it's just
encountered
jumbled.
it does seem to have a fairy tale-esque thing going on, but it's not. Yeah, it's very. There's nothing to suggest that any of the stories you have heard along these lines have basis in reality necessarily.
Okay, thank you.
Anowon.
Anowon will address Archie. Just kind of stoop down.
Mhm.
So, you said you threw rocks in. Were any of them shining or just regular? The kind of rocks you would find in like the garden?
They were just rocks I picked up. Some of them were cool rocks, but I just picked them up in the forest.
What else did the voice from the well tell you?
It said it wanted to be my friend,
Mm-hmm.
and that it could grant my wishes,
Mm-hmm.
and that I could wish for anything at all. And when I threw the rocks in, it said it was going to give me a present, and then it made me really fast for a while. Like I could run real fast for a while. That's about it. Elzaren?
Archie, could you tell us where that well is, or give us directions so we can talk?
I could
The well?
take you. And as soon as he starts saying that, Lottie goes, no, I would really prefer that Archie stays home until this is dealt with. Archie, perhaps you could just tell them where it is. Give them instructions. And he's like, oh, Mom, it'll be so much easier if I take them. And she's like, oh, and there's a bit of a
Yeah.
parent-child.
Unfortunately, because this is official guild business and you are not a member of the guild yet, you cannot come on the mission.
Does that mean I can become a member of the guild?
Well, you have to work like really hard to join. So, you can't do it today, unfortunately.
Is there an entrance exam?
Yes.
Yes.
What do you have to know for the entrance exam?
Oh, yeah. It's different for everybody. You have to talk to Andeline about that, and she
Oh.
usually hasn't. You have to do. You have to be in the good graces of your parents is one of those. She has to know that you're a hard worker. That's another thing, because we all had to work real hard. We have to go out and do all kinds of chores before we get to go on the mission.
I'm a very hard worker.
You look like you're a hard
And
worker.
I'm an explorer and an adventurer. And
Well,
I'm learning to
obviously.
catch things like my dad does.
Oh, you're learning to be a trapper. Those could be handy skills. I could have used that on a couple of my missions in the past.
Okay.
I'll put in a good word for you.
Okay,
See what she
but
says.
not today. All right, fine.
Not today.
He
No.
then proceeds to give you very kid directions to the well, which is like you go through the bushes, and then there's that big cool log that makes a good ship, and you go left after the log, and then you jump over the river. There's a creek, and there are several stepping stones, but you have to jump with both your feet, otherwise it doesn't count, and you have to start again. And then anyway, he gives you directions.
Gertrude writes down everything, every direction, because she has plenty of kids in her life.
Yep.
And
Okay.
Elzaren will ask
Lottie kind
weird
of over
questions.
the top of his head just goes.
I'm sorry,
Elzaren will ask
was
questions.
was it 7 jumping stones or 6?
7.
7. Gertrude,
Only
get that
do
down.
6, then the monster in the water eats you.
What kind of monster?
I think it's probably a crocodile.
Can we fight it?
No. You have to
Oh.
swim away really fast.
Dang it. All right.
Or feed it. Sisters. It likes to eat sisters.
I don't have any sisters. I guess I have to do the 7 stones then. Oh well.
I am in danger.
Do you want one of mine? He like picks Izzy up. Oh no, I like this one. You can take Kiki. She's annoying.
Well, she's not a member of the guild, so we have
But
to use the same
does
rules.
it count if she's just bait?
Nope, those are rules. When you join the guild, that's one of the things they test you on.
You can't use your sister for bait. That's dumb.
Not unless she's a member of the guild. So you have to get her to join.
Okay. She won't.
All right. Oh,
She's bored.
I'm sorry.
Well,
She just likes
All right.
books and stuff.
No.
Yes.
suppose.
Anowon.
One more quick question for you before we are off. I think, unless anyone else has any. Did your new friend happen to give you a name? Tell you what to call them other than your new friend?
I didn't ask.
Hmm.
Sidebar. If you have children, you know that they make friends, and you say to them, "What's your friend's name?" And they go, "I don't know," because that's not relevant information when you're 9.
That's what I do now. What are you talking about?
That is
Real
true.
thing that happens.
Okay. All right.
Didn't ask.
Let's do this. Let's go find this.
It's wet.
Well.
As
Somehow.
we leave, we get a few steps away. Gertrude is going to, do the stale bread crystal crumb confetti. Who wants to be the breadcrumbs?
Who wants to trail a trail of glitter behind them?
I will.
Cool.
I can hold the jar in my tail and just,
Oh no,
Well,
it's
no,
magic.
they're gonna.
It's
Yeah,
magic.
it's
glitter.
magic.
Oh.
And
How
it's a
fun.
piece of stale bread that she's gonna break up around you.
Well, fun. I
It's
like it.
Breadcrumbs is the spell that lets you find your way back.
And
Alright.
it's upcasted, so it's heightened to level 2, so it's 8 hours long.
Okie doke. Jaya
So
is
you-
leaving a trail of glitter.
So you know where I'll be for the next 8 hours. Yeah. Sweet.
Elzaren
Okay.
is having flashbacks with glitter.
Anowon is
One day
walking
I'm
like
Gonna send you
3
all to Varen.
steps, like 3 feet to the right of Jaya, just
To
out
avoid
of the
glitter.
radius.
Fair enough. Okay.
Prior
I
to see if she could pick up the glitter.
think it's magic glitter, so you probably can't.
Yeah.
Slightly disappointed.
Jaya will be very happy flicking her tail to see if like the glitter goes, around.
I feel like
Glitter.
it probably, you know how like dust in a sunbeam
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
swirls. I feel like that's what it looks like, but sparklier.
Yeah.
All
Hope I
right,
don't
so
get distracted. Let's go.
you head into the forest following the instructions of a 9-year-old child who is leading this expedition.
I'm assuming probably me.
Yes.
All right, can you please make me a survival check?
Can
Okay.
I assist since I wrote down his weird
Sure.
directions? Okay, how do I
Very
assist
important
again?
question. Are you following his directions and hopping over stones with both feet and all the things he told you to do?
Absolutely.
Yes.
100%.
This
It
my
might be
fairy
the
tale
only way
magic.
it works.
Probably the key to
Jen-
doing it.
You also
Yeah.
roll, and if you are successful, then Briar gets a +2, I believe.
Survival,
Elzaren's-
yes.
Correct.
Elzaren's been in the Fae too long not to follow exact directions like this.
Yeah, fair enough.
See, I rolled such a nice survival for our practice roll.
What did you
I
roll
got an
this
8.
time?
18.
18. Okay. What did you get?
At 23.
Okay. Right. So he's actually given you some pretty decent directions. They're odd, certainly, and it takes you a little longer than it should because it's definitely not a direct route. And you have to stop at the big oak tree and go around it 3 times and knock 7 times on the bark and all this nonsense.
Does anybody
it-
answer?
No, nobody
Okay,
answers.
good.
But eventually,
Does the log
you
look like
find
a good boat?
yourselves- Does the what? The log look like
Does
a
the log
hippo?
look like a really good boat?
Oh,
Like a good
yeah,
boat.
a boat. Yes, absolutely. You can totally. You look at it, and you're like, I can see how this could be a pirate ship.
Alright.
if you were a kid. Yep, it's great. All right, and you eventually find yourselves in a little clearing
Oh.
in the forest where there is, in the center of it, a well. The well is in incredibly good condition. It looks beautiful. It's got like vines twining around the edges, and it's the most like quaint, beautiful little well you can imagine, in the middle of the forest with nothing else around it.
This map is really great. Where is it from?
This is, I don't remember, Afternoon Maps, I think it was.
Are these
the
trees
credits,
or
Taylor.
are they bushes?
They are trees.
Okay, good.
But there's no sign of ruins or anything like that, like an old, like
Nope.
any, like no foundation, so just a
nope,
well
Just a well.
in
Yes.
perfect condition.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Gertrude.
Gertrude's gonna get 30 feet from it exactly. Hold
Okay.
on, let me get the. Oh, yeah. So I think she's already 30. Yeah, she is. Look at that.
You can move yourselves if I've put you too close to the well for your comfort. I'm okay with that.
And she's gonna
Anowon's
cast
walking right up to it.
Read Aurora, and on the well detect this only if wait blah, blah, blah. When the casting is complete, you know whether the item is magical, and if it is, the school of magic.
This well is not a magic item.
Okay.
Yes, Lorelai.
I am pinging. Is there magic in the area that does not belong to my friends?
No.
I am not feeling any magic that is not coming from you.
Yes, Anowon.
Anowon is going to kind of look around the group. Do we want to try and see if we can talk to this friend?
Might as
If
well.
if we don't, do we want to drop something in there? Maybe that's what summons
It is
the creature.
what I was
Oh.
thinking. Like a
Ah.
silver coin in or something.
Could be done.
You
Let's try
sure?
talking first,
I will.
and coin is the backup.
Everyone spoke at once.
No?
Briar?
Can I take 10 minutes to survey the area to see if there's normal animal wildlife activity?
Are you all going to wait for 10 minutes, or are you going to do this while she's...
We're probably going to talk about the plan while she's doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Gertrude's gonna tell them no.
You can do that while they talk about the plan.
Okay. I have to do a survivor roll, and then there's a DC that's determined by you.
Jaya's like, I'm gonna get in this tree, and so I'll climb up and see if I can surveil from up top.
What are you looking for, Jaya?
I don't know, just to see if there's anything like. I mean, she can't get high enough to see a lot in the well, but just maybe there's a tentacle sticking out or something. Just,
Make a
you
perception
never
check.
know. You never know. Let's see. Oh, there it is.
24 on my survival.
We'll get to you.
15 for perception.
Looks like a well. Elzaren?
It's a well.
Gertrude, you said no to this. What's your reasoning, if I may ask?
We should get as much information as we can possible before just throwing something into something that changed the boy's arms to wings.
That wasn't
Have you
plan A.
never-
That was plan B.
Have you never read a fairy tale in your life?
But those are fairy
Well, I mean,
tales for a reason.
I have, but they are not local to this place, so I'm not sure how many of them apply.
Elzaren's
Just seems
met
like
a
bad
couple.
juju.
Lorelai?
I have a thing that I just want to remind you exists.
Yes.
I have a vague connection to the ethereal plane that enables me to just notice spirits. So when we're exploring, it's up to you to, if you want to roll for it and make checks to see if I notice out of the corner of my eye haunts and things such as that. Celestials, fiends, monitors would show up because they're ethereal plane thingies.
There's nothing like that.
Okay, I'm not getting little wiggles here and there. Okay.
Nope. Elzaren.
Does anyone mind if one of us goes and talk at the well just to see if we get a response? Perhaps that's all that's needed to interact with whatever's causing this.
Can I make a look-see first, real quick? Just
Of course.
do one
This
thing.
is a
Yep.
discussion. I'm not committed to any plan. This is
Okay.
mysterious as well.
Because this isn't the first well she's had to deal with.
Oh.
She wants to look around the well for any kind of markings or anything like that. To see if she can just pick anything up from
Okay,
walking around
make
it.
a survival check, please.
Okay, I got this, guys.
You do.
I remember.
You're lower to the ground. You should be able to have advantage on this, I think.
21.
You see Archie's footprints.
Okay, but I don't see like
That's about
any etching on the well. It's just a regular well.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other ideas besides just throwing and talking to it?
If we were getting anything unusual, I was hoping we'd find some clue of some kind that would tell us how to proceed. So the closest thing I can think of now is just to recreate the conditions to see what the boy saw. I think that's important. If this is Fae especially, it might require a very certain protocol, and everything else will give us a lot of nothing. If it's anything like my previous experiences.
All
So
right,
then
I'm
should
backing
we
up. Have
throw
fun.
rocks? Should we throw
Yeah, I was
rocks
gonna
in?
say, no, not yet. Let's
Oh.
not commit anything first, but one of us should be close, and the rest of you should maybe step back. Unless, I mean,
am
like I said,
happy
that's
to
my
be
proposal.
the decoy.
Well, how about you and me both go? That way, neither one of us is caught in a pinch. You seem to have skills I might not, and perhaps we can cover each other better, and everyone else can help us from afar. No?
I am happy with that arrangement.
All right.
However, I
Let's
can also
see.
provide my own backup should the need arise.
Excellent. That may be necessary. I'm not notoriously lucky in this place. But proceeding forward, everyone in position that they want to be in?
Yep.
Excellent. Let me make sure I'm in the position I want to be in. And I look down the well casually and address Senna. Hello! Is there anybody friendly around?
Roll me a d20.
Cool. Just a straight D20?
Mhm.
You got it. My thanks. 12.
You hear an echo come up out of the well that says, friendly around. But it's not quite right. Like it sounds more like something pretending to be an echo than an echo.
Like something being
like
playful?
the intonation is slightly different to what you said. But it's not like, yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. That didn't sound quite right. Anowon, would you mind addressing the well?
Can certainly try. And Anowon will walk up and say, hello, well, we are here. We heard tale of someone being around this well. Figured we should check inside first.
First?
Like a question? Was there? All right. Well, yes, we don't want to bother somebody who's not wanting company. We should check first to make sure they want us to be here.
Company.
If you want. We are friendly. We are fun.
Fun.
But we have questions.
There is no response to that one.
can't have everything, I suppose. I will address everyone and kind of make sure. Could everyone hear, or just me and Anowon?
It's not loud. Like it's
Alright.
echoing up. Like it's
Alright.
an echo, but it's
I would give everyone the impression that we got from or talking to the well, just to see how they react to this information. They might know something I don't. Elzaren is, not well read. He's okay. He reads books, but it's not as many as those guys.
It seems
Yes,
almost like it is using our words to communicate back to something.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a game or it's being playful or if that's some kind of limitation while it's in this state. Either could be true. How does everyone else feel over there, not near the well, about this?
I think you should try dropping something in it.
Oh.
Just some stones.
Shawnali's face.
I'm
Perhaps
just trying
that
to
is
think
the
of.
way to give it its own voice.
That is the next step. There may be considerations of what we put down there that I feel we might need to know about. Do we do stones? Do we do something else? Will anything do?
I mean, in
How much
stories,
do we
it's
have to-
always some kind of coin. Throw a coin in the well, you get a wish.
Yeah, but Archibald said he just threw some stones in there and he got his wish. So,
But
You
of
know.
course, a wish not quite in the way I think other people would have intended. I don't know Archie's intentions, but he merely said fly.
mhm.
Elzaren will take out a piece of silver piece in his hand and. Well, any ideas? He doesn't
We
look
could always
convinced. Like
try
he's willing to
rocks
do it.
first, but
Is there rocks
the coin
handy around
seems
here?
more promising.
There are various
there-
rocks. It's a forest.
It might even just be.
Incidentally, Briar,
Mhm.
everything's normal
Okay.
in terms of animals and birds and stuff. It all seems pretty normal.
Well,
Elzaren,
it's not like the castle we visited because there's animals that's been coming through here.
Perhaps it is
Also,
just something of value to you. I mean, coins are really.
Yeah, he
universally
did say they were
valuable.
cool
Maybe that's why
stones.
they're in the stories. But he threw cool rocks. I don't know.
Yeah,
about
but
you,
he'd
cool rocks
value
are
those.
quite
He likes.
valuable when you are a child.
I remember. Oh, the windows I broke. Whoa. There were some cool river stones. Never mind. It's a long story.
What are you doing?
I'll take a silver piece and drop it down the well and see what happens.
Elzaren, can you roll me a
Mhm.
D100, please?
As you wish.
Oh, great. Cool.
It's always what you want to hear.
I know. I can't see the log.
45.
45.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Elzaren, you drop
Yeah.
it in and you hear it like ploop into some water, and there's a moment, and then there's a sense of something magical happening, and you watch as it looks like a pale, fey, ghostly spirit floats up out of the water, and it's playing a violin.
Aw.
And it's playing this like beautiful kind of haunting fairy music.
Mhm.
And it says it looks at you and it goes, oh, you're very pretty. Hello.
Hello.
I can teach you things. Watch. And it plays some more.
Hmm.
And as it plays, it's like the music comes out of the violin and kind of goes into your brain, and
Mhm.
like you can sort of feel it fizzing through your whole body. For the next 24 hours, Elzaren, you have advantage on. No, you don't, because we're not playing D&D. You have a +2 circumstance bonus to
Mhm.
performance and persuasion checks.
Persuasion is one of my specialities. Performance,
So
not so much.
it plays for a while, and you kind of feel the magic kind of fizzing through you, and then it sort of dissipates back into water and just splashes down into the well.
Everyone saw that though, right? Or just me?
Yes, everyone saw that.
Whoa.
That was
Um,
money well spent, actually. I kind of enjoyed that. I haven't heard that. I wish I could remember where that piece was from. It's familiar, but I can't name it now. Sorry. Anyway,
Loralai.
What
had
do you
something.
feel better at? Are you running? What is it?
no, I just
You
like I
just feel
feel
really
like
confident and
yeah.
inspired.
Is there
Yeah,
any
just-
check that I can do to maybe compare this to the initial, like, oh, Archie said he could run really fast first, and he didn't like offer anything, right? So is this the same like initial short? I'm wondering if it's a short effect.
Well, I would say that Archie said he threw stones in and then he could run really fast.
Yeah.
Clearly, there's some sort of connection between throwing a
Yeah.
stone in and something happening.
So before doing the stone, he just said it wanted you to be his friend and grant him anything he wished, and then he threw the rocks and did the speed,
No.
and then he was sitting down.
Other
No.
way around.
Other way?
He was throwing
Rocks
rocks in. He could run really fast, and then it started, and then it said it wanted to be his friend.
Okay,
Anyway,
my bad.
Could I make some kind of roll or something to see if I can recognize what kind of creature that was, what kind of spirit that might have been?
the one with the violin.
Yes.
You can make maybe a cult.
Can anybody do that has a cult?
Sure.
My
If Elzaren, if you have a connection to Fey things, then you can have a +1.
24 from Jaya.
would my esoteric come into play with this?
Potentially, yeah. Yep.
Haunts, curses, and creatures of any type.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
13.
13.
13.
Some sort of fairy, maybe. Kind of had that
And-
vibe. 24, definitely Fey. It was like a sprite.
Oh. Okay,
But,
she will
but
tell
not a
everybody.
real sprite. Like it was made out of water. Like it was
Yeah.
constructed.
So
out of-
not one that I summoned, but a watery version of that.
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah, Jaya will tell people that, like, this is Fey in nature.
Yeah.
Like a sprite, but watery.
Yeah, this does seem very reminds me of things I experienced occasionally with the Fae. What do we do
So-
now?
Are we
I'm going to say that
Mhm.
while you are thinking about this turn of events, we're going to take a quick break because we need to do it a little bit earlier today because of other
No worries.
commitments that are going on. Adam is going to do some marbles. Today we're giving away this beautiful chainmail pendant. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's
Ooh.
gorgeous. I
That
have
is
one
nice.
just like it. It is got orange bits in it. It's very pretty. So that is what you will be marble racing for. And we will be back in 10-15 minutes to pick this up and see what happens. See you very shortly. Hello, humans of the internet. Welcome back to the Gallant Horde and to the strange adventure of Archibald Sims. Our party has found their way into the forest to investigate the well that Archie Sims said was a wishing well and his friend and gave him wings for arms. Elzaren has engaged with said well by dropping a silver penny in it. Or a silver coin. Jen, you won the thing.
Yeah.
Good job. We will be releasing the
Good job,
Gertrude
Jen.
art next week because you were a very late addition to this game, so we're not ready for you. But I will send it with that. Okay, so what would you like to do at this point?
Okay, so we want Gertrude is gonna actually walk up to the group. Maybe if I can get my thing to work. There we go. All right. So we would like to know if it's actually monetary and not and like you want to know if it's something that's special to you, right? Is that what we're wanting to figure out? Okay.
Yeah, that's
She
important.
opens up her cookbook that she has,
Okay.
and she's gonna pull out a recipe that's been in her family forever, and it's gonna be the gnocchi recipe that she has,
Okay.
and she's gonna fold that up and drop it into the well.
Roll me a D100, please.
Okay, okay. How do I do that? Custom roll.
Dun, dun, dun.
There we go. I figured it out. Look at that. 50?
50. Oh, this is so perfect. Okay. So the piece of paper like falls down and ploop into the water, and the water closes over it. And you, Gertrude, the rest of you do not experience this. Gertrude, you begin to smell coming out of the well the most incredible smells of all your favorite foods. Like it smells incredible. It's all your best, like the height of your culinary experiences of your life. You can smell these things. For the next 24 hours, you are a masterful magical cook who can prepare any non-living organic material into the tastiest and most fulfilling meals. You can turn anything that is not organic into a meal for the next 24 hours. They only last for 1d4 days, so you'll have to roll if you do it. And then they vanish. They return back to their original components. That could not have been more perfect. The dice were like,
Right.
yup.
I love
Gertrude,
that.
how do you feel?
You feel inspired to make things.
She's gonna look around. Is there a rock, like a small rock anywhere?
Absolutely, there are plenty of small rocks around.
Okay, she's gonna pick it up and I guess do whatever she needs to do to make it into
Focus really hard. What do you want it to be?
Bonbon.
one of Lorelai's favorite cookies, the jam-filled ones that Gertrude usually makes.
In front of your eyes, it turns into that.
And she holds it out to.
I will eat it.
It tastes like the cookies. It's perfect.
Scheiße.
You just turned a rock into a cookie. What in the world is going on here? Oh my goodness. Okay.
I will, can I look around for a flower?
There,
Do
yep.
you want? Okay,
No,
I
there
will.
are flowers. It's fine.
I will say, thank you. I will be taking. Thank you so much, and I will put a flower in the well.
Roll me a D100.
Okay. Interesting. 100. Roll. 86.
86.
Oh no.
The flower falls into the water and kind of floats on the surface for a little bit. And then it sort of dissipates and it becomes like sparkles and glitter. And they float up out of the well and they surround you. So Lorelai is now surrounded in like sparkly. What color was your flower?
It was a white flower.
Cool, there's sparkly white sparkles all around you. Can you roll me a d6, please?
Yes. A D6. That is a 4.
Okay. I don't know how you decide. Hang on. Hold one moment. Oh, 12.
How
that's
many
useful.
weeks it lasts?
All right. Roll a d12 4 times.
4 times.
Oh.
Okay. D12. I will just say roll 4 for me, and then I got an 11,
Mhm.
a 4,
Mhm.
a 3,
Hang on.
and
11,
a 2.
11, 4, 3, and 2.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just see if there's a limit on this. Okay. For the next week, in-game week, so 8 days, right?
Oh.
Starting now. Loralai, you become proficient in crafting, so you get the trained thing. I
Yeah.
don't know how you're going to do this on your character sheet. You're going to have to work it out.
I'll just do
Crafting,
it.
Deception,
Crafting.
diplomacy, and
Crafting,
survival.
deception. And
Diplomacy, survival.
survival.
So there were 12 that you did not yet have trained in, and that's what you rolled for.
Wow.
So you are now, for the next 8 days, trained in those things.
Wow.
You feel much more, I guess, crafty, deceptive, diplomatic, and survivally.
The schoolhouse is gonna win with this.
Is she still sparkly? Does she sparkly for the whole
They
week?
kind of seep into
Oh.
her body and make
Oh,
her
okay.
better at these things.
I feel like I am so good at things.
Elzaren, Gertrude, and Loralai. You're the only ones that have thrown anything in right now, hey, so far.
Mhm.
Yes.
You hear inside your brain a telepathic message. Oh, where's it gone? Ah, please hold. I've lost my thing. In. God damn it. God damn it.
We're things here.
In Draconic. Do any of you speak Draconic?
I do not.
So you hear some random Draconic words, and then you hear like a it then tries Jotun. Do any of you speak Jotun? It then tries Undercommon. Gertrude, you speak Undercommon?
Yes.
It says hello. I'm just wondering if this is sufficient for us to now become acquaintances. I would very much like to be your friend.
Well, hello. Yes, I can I can understand you. I don't know if that makes us friends yet.
Oh,
I don't know.
Is this the usual language for your people?
No. For me specifically, it is halfling. But for the majority of us, we all speak common.
Oh, are you able to say something in common, please?
She would respond back in common. Like this. Is this enough?
Oh, yes. It switches to common at this point so that all of you can understand. Those three, the three that have tossed things in, you're hearing this telepathically in your brain. And it says, I do apologize. I am a bit out of touch with what languages are usual. But it seems that you have decided that we should be friendly, and I'm excited about that. I'm able to be very helpful, as you may have noticed.
Yes. I can understand you now. So, and you seem friendly.
Yes, I am friendly. Yes.
Can I inside a voice, or what is it that we do here?
Perception.
Perception. Yeah.
Where is it at? It's on the fighty.
Yeah.
I got a natural 20 for 30.
The voice seems very sincere.
Okay.
Why are you in the well or are you around here?
I am the well.
Ah, there we go. That makes sense.
I did some. I understood that this shape is associated with the granting of wishes, so I thought that might be appropriate.
What for what? Like, what are you trying to achieve here?
Oh, I'm just a bit lonely. I thought that if I granted wishes, I could make friends and have somebody to talk to.
Then what were you before you were a well?
I was underground, I think, for some time.
Oh.
Did you like it there?
I was a bit stuck. It was boring. Yes, Gertrude.
Can you talk to our other friends, or do they have to show that they want to be your friend?
A connection must be made.
Okay, Gertrude's gonna tell them. So the well is talking to us in our brain, because we put things in there. So if you want to be included into the conversation, you're gonna have to do something to get connected. He seems quite friendly, or they.
So,
I don't know. I don't know the gender of a
What
well.
what pronouns do you prefer, Well?
What is a pronoun?
Are
like,
you
Oh, I'm not really a person per se.
Is they them okay?
Sure. I don't
Okay.
really care. You may use whatever
We'll
you
go with that.
wish. I
We
can
just like to
also
ask first.
change my voice if you would prefer me to sound more feminine, if that works better for you.
No, we don't want you to strain your voice. Whatever is
Oh,
comfortable
okay.
for you.
This feels more
You right now?
gravitas. Wells, you know, I can have
Yeah,
any voice.
yeah.
It doesn't really. Briar.
Our party's part of the conversation. Has that been out loud, or has everything been in there?
That's up to them.
Gertrude would be talking.
Okay.
I'd be talking as I'm thinking at the same time. It just helps me.
Loralai too.
Okay. So then, yes, you've heard their side of the conversation.
I will be speaking with you in a moment. Well, Anowon will drop a silver coin in.
Okay.
Much like,
roll me a D100.
Elzaren did.
yeah, Jaya does the same thing.
Samesies.
I'm gonna ruffle my body for a loose leaf and drop it in.
Okay.
$100.
14.
14. So you dropped a coin in. Okay. Your coin hits the water and it immediately starts to bubble and steam. It's like gotten real hot, and then there's like a fountain of water that like comes out and just encompasses you, and it splashes over you, but it also sort of wraps your body. For the rest of you, it looks like it is steaming. It is like bubbling hot. For you, Anowon, it feels quite comfortable. For the next 8 days, 1 week, game week, you are resistant to fire damage.
Oh.
And then it kind of like evaporates away. There's no puddle, like it's just gone.
Oh,
Giant.
that was neat.
Am I wet at all?
Nope.
Or was it just around the?
It's like evaporated away, all of it.
That was.
I rolled
pleasant.
I rolled a 63.
63. There are some unpleasant things in this, I'm just saying.
I'm sure
Say
that.
now.
This is so Jaya, I love it. What did you throw in?
I threw in a coin, a silver
Okay.
coin.
So your coin drops, and there are more bubbles, but this time they're more like they like rise up into the water and then they float out, and they kind of pop all over you. The next time you speak, a bubble comes out of your mouth, and it floats, and when it lands on someone, it pops and it compliments them. And after the first time, you can do this voluntarily. You can like blow a bubble, and it'll pop and compliment the person. This again is a week. This lasts for a week. You can do this.
Okay.
Have so
That
much
sounds
fun in
cool.
the Horde this week. People should definitely,
Briar, what did
get
you
in
roll?
on that.
41.
Let's see. Let's see. Ooh, Elzaren's getting excited to see what you guys get.
Oh dear.
Okay. So you threw in a leaf.
Mhm.
The leaf lands on the water and it like floats a bit, and then you watch as it starts to grow. And it like grows out of the well, and it's like kind of vines and leaves and those like unfurling ferns, and it attaches to you and pulls itself out, and wraps kind of around you, and then one of the vines smacks you in the forehead, and it leaves a mark, and then the plant kind of it like folds itself up and vanishes. You don't know what the mark means, but it is in fact a mark of a god of the forest, which means that anyone who attempts to kill you for the next week while in the forest will be cursed.
Ooh.
There go my
No
plans of
harm
betraying the whole
plans.
party on the way back home.
You don't know. You don't know. All you saw was a plant and there's a mark, but you don't know what the mark is. Loralai, if you want to do a religion check, given that you're the only cleric in the party, you can.
Absolutely. Ah, my knowledge can maybe come in handy, perhaps. A 28.
You would recognize this as like a kind of god of dryads, like a nature deity.
You have
The mark of a nature deity.
a mark of a god on your forehead right now.
You're basically protected by the god of the dryads and the trees.
Yeah.
It hit me. It kind of hurt. That was not very friendly.
I think maybe it does not seem like a negative sign to me, but
Those rolls were all perfect. I can't even. I love it when the random stuff just is spot on.
Sinks in.
You can now all hear the voice. It is speaking in common.
excuse me, is there a name that you would like us to call you?
I don't recall ever having a name.
That's the fun thing about names. You can choose one.
Yeah.
Oh, what's a good name?
It's what you want is a good name. That's the nature of names. Is they're about you, not other people.
Yes, but isn't it more ordinary that someone gives you a name? You don't often choose your own, do you?
Well,
I have no recollection of parents or progenitors, so
what about
What are some things that you
Wunsch?
like?
I
Oh,
like
that's good.
friends and giving people what they desire.
That's friendly. Hmm.
Where I am from, the word for in common we call it wish, but where I am from we call it Wunsch.
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 Hmm.
That is an option.
I like it. Wunsch.
Wunsch.
So,
So Wunsch. Oh, sorry, Jaya. I did not mean to cut you off.
oh no, I was just gonna say, we know that another person came by here that befriended you.
Ah,
He
the
was a-
boy. He was
Yeah.
lovely.
He is lovely.
He hasn't
but
been to visit though in a long time.
I know.
Several
Well,
days.
but he got a wish granted to
Yes.
fly.
He wanted to fly. I granted that wish.
Yeah, but he doesn't really want to fly anymore.
Did
Well,
he not enjoy it? He seemed to enjoy it. There was a lot of whooping. That's usually a symptom of enjoyment, isn't it?
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, Elzaren will interrupt and say, "It's not that he doesn't enjoy the flying; it's that he misses his mom is sad that he doesn't have hands and arms anymore. So she was hoping he could get those back
I
because
see.
he does things with his arms and hands that is helpful to her, and it's making her sad, which is why he's not visiting as much.
Ah,
But he does love the wings. That was a good wish. But the arms and hands were important to his family.
I see. Well, if the boy wishes to have his arms back, he simply has to come and say so.
Oh.
Do you take payment for wishes?
Well, do you make your friends pay for the nice things you do for them?
No.
No.
Do you want to see some things that my friends have given me?
I don't have eyes, but sure.
Oh,
Can
oh,
you
I didn't
can
think
you see
of
us?
that.
I can sense you.
Okay,
Hmm.
well, in my hair, I have, you know what a beetle is?
A what?
Like a kind of bug.
Oh, yes, I do. There are
So-
many bugs under the ground.
Yes, I have one of those made of stone and metal, and it is from my friend Gertrude here.
Oh, that's
She
nice.
just gave it to me as a gift, so I wear it in my hair.
Do you like bugs? I could give you bugs.
Oh, actually, I don't love bugs as much as a different friend of mine. She is a ghost.
Does she want bugs? You should send her here. I could give her bugs. Many bugs.
I would if I knew where she was.
Oh. Is she gone? Do you want her back?
No, thank you. I don't want to interrupt her life more than I already have.
Elzaren?
Sorry, my brain instantly forgot what I was going to.
That's all good.
As soon as you called my name, I'm like,
It,
it went to come out and then evaporated like a bubble out of my mouth.
It's okay. Jaya opened her mouth and then a bubble popped on Elzaren. You're doing great.
Thank you. He's looking at the bubble. Thank you. Oh, I remembered now. It's like, you know what? Archie liked his wing so much, he gave me this feather as a gift. Because he thinks it makes my hat look better.
I'm sure it
He's-
does. Do
yeah.
you need more feathers? I could give you feathers.
I do not need feathers. Hold on. One second. What do we want to? How do we want to solve this problem for Archie so that he can come and visit more? He says it with an expression that says he does not necessarily believe everything exactly what he's saying, but like he is saying it.
Can we take the well to Archie?
Is that to me or to the well? I should ask.
As just out loud. in
Out loud.
general.
It's bold of you to assume that Briar has that much focus.
I would say just because I would address like, can you travel from here to go visit Archie? Briefly?
I seem to be rather stuck in this
Ah.
location. I
Like you
was-
were under. Oh, okay.
Yes, but something pushed me up.
Was
I think
it a
I
scare?
could be moved, but I cannot move. If you understand me.
Well, what if you changed into move?
Briar's gonna go
that
up
work?
to the well and try to push it.
Make a strength check or
Excellent.
athletics.
It's the same way. Same thing either way. Oh, 21.
Wow.
Wow.
You can't move it, but you do
Oh,
get the
that was a
sense
natural
that
20.
it kind of shifts slightly. Like it's not entirely. It's not like a normal well is a hole in the ground. There's something else going on here. Like it is an object, but it's not necessarily what it seems, or at least it could potentially be moved. Yes.
That's a very strange question. So when he pushed it, did the hole slightly move, or did just the well on the top slightly move?
It kind of. It doesn't. It just shifts very slightly, like not enough for you to
Gotcha.
be able to. Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead, Laura.
Lorelai.
Two things. Punch. What is there something that you would want?
Oh yes.
What do you mean?
Well, you
I
are
just really
often
want people to talk to.
okay. And the second thing is the feeling of being stuck. Is it possible at all you are cursed in any way?
I think it's that. I think it's just that this form is not one that is easy to move. Anowon?
I have two questions for you. So the do you have control over how your wishes are fulfilled, or is it kind of a power you draw on kind of thing? Like he wished to fly, and you provided that. Did you choose to take away his arms to give him the wing, or was that
I
just
didn't
how it
really
happened?
think about it. I just made it happen.
Interesting.
And then it happened.
And another my second question is so you are you a spirit tied to this well? Are you the well?
I
Do you
am
know what?
the well.
He missed that part. Sorry, he wasn't in the group chat at that.
Have you always been a well?
No,
Or
I was
you-
underground for a long time.
Oh.
I don't really know what I was under there. Maybe some sort of rock. And when I popped out here, I kind of got the feeling that this was the right sort of shape for something that grants wishes, or fulfills desires, or gives presents. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Elzaren?
I think Gertrude beat Elzaren by a hair.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Gertrude then.
Choose. Can you be another shape then? Like could you be a rock again?
Or a lamp.
A lamp.
Elzaren is thinking of an oil lamp for some reason as soon as he hears wishes granted. Well, he was thinking of fairy tales earlier today, and then like wish granting, he goes to a lamp, an
Right.
oil lamp in particular.
Uh-huh. I do not choose my form. My form occurs. It is difficult to explain. It is part of my nature. I become the most appropriate thing for the environment.
Oh,
Are you familiar with? There are creatures, often in underground caves, that can look like other things, often chairs or chests. They usually use this to, well, eat people.
Mimics. Yeah, mimics.
Those are newer evolutions of my kind.
What is
But
that? I don't know what that is.
they don't think about I'm going to be a chest. They just think about what is the most attractive. They don't think about it. It's not a think about things. It's like
I
chameleons.
did not know that.
Do you have chameleons?
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Or
It's
wait, do we?
kind of a
I do.
what's the word I want? Camouflage.
It makes sense. No, I get that.
So
They
I
were trying to
don't
make
think
sure
I
everyone else
can
was
just
in.
become something else. That's not how this works.
It was just a thought.
But mimics typically try to like eat the people that interact with them.
Well, yes,
but-
they're not as
They have a different wish. They wish to eat
sophisticated.
people,
Yeah.
but it's involuntary. They don't choose their form. They just pick something, or something seems appropriate, and that's what they become: a chair, chest,
Correct.
small buildings. Anyway.
I think we should go get Archie and bring him back so that he won't have wings anymore and he can take away his wish.
Well, and then he can come back and talk. He would like that, I bet.
Perhaps
I
he
would
will
come
make
back to talk.
other wishes.
Oh yeah. Maybe
Well-
he's older. I mean, he did wish
Yeah.
for something that got him in trouble with his parent. So maybe wait until he's a little bit older to give him another one. Maybe for a holiday. You know what a holiday is? Birthdays or things like that. Time marking time's passage.
Time is irrelevant to me.
It isn't to him though. It would be important. He would enjoy gifts more on certain days because he would be expecting them to happen for people who like him.
I don't think
It
for
sounds
the wish-
super confused by that. Like,
Yeah.
what do
Yeah,
you even?
Have you ever
for it.
taken a wish away before?
No, but it's if he wished for his arms back, I could give him his arms back.
I am worried that maybe put arms on his back.
Oh, I see what you. I see. Well, perhaps
Arm.
it. Yes, he would need to phrase it carefully.
Hmm.
I
Wished-
cannot undo, but I can do.
Override.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Over-
say he wishes to have his arms that he had before he got the wings from the previous wish in the exact same location and position that he originally had them.
See, but you are assuming he will be able to remember and repeat that.
We'll write
Use
it
over
down.
time. Are we sure he
wait.
can read it?
Could one of could one of us wish for that? Is that possible? We are here, and you are interesting and friendly. I would like to be your friend and make a wish that would make him happy and may allow him to come around and move around and talk again. His mom's very sad because of the no hands and arms. So if she's less sad, he could probably travel more.
There are some rules,
Ah, I gotcha.
and
That-
you cannot use your wish to alter another being's state.
That's good to know. That's actually
And that's a
that's a good
very
rule. That's an
sensible
excellent
rule,
rule.
actually.
Yeah,
You don't hear
I like
many
that
stories
rule.
of wishes that do that.
that
It's
is
actually
very
quite nice.
sensible. I like your wish granting powers. They are very good, cool. You have a very cool talent.
Probably reason there's not a story about him.
Yeah, there's no need to warn you about him because his wishes are cool.
People wish for many stupid things.
It's true.
I'm sure.
I don't necessarily understand what makes people happy, so I just give them what they ask for.
People don't know what make them happy. I didn't at times. So, how do we wish to proceed, everyone? We now know these rules a little bit better, and we have a new friend here who's willing to help us.
Yeah, let's go get Archie.
I
Is
don't.
that
I
okay?
still don't know if that is the right thing to do.
No, that's why we're here. That's why we need to talk.
I mean,
Is there anything you think we should do differently, Loralai? We want
Not
everyone
just
to be
bring
happy.
a kid here for,
Well, we'd be
back
I
into
know,
the
but we'd
forest
be-
after we told him we could not do it, and then his mother will be very upset with us if he
Well,
winds up with a
I have
horse's face.
I can't cover the wish part, but I can give a story for him because I may not be an expert at deceiving, but I had younger cousins who I told stories to, and I'm sure we could come up with a a reasonable
Maybe
probationary invite.
excuse me, maybe instead of asking the kid, because I have kids, you should ask the mother. Like maybe we should bring this information to her and have a discussion with the parental figure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I assumed that was
That
going to
is-
happen no matter
Yeah,
what.
that was
Actually,
Yes.
part
that
of
was
it.
assumed on
Yeah.
me. I should have said that out loud. But yeah, no, I wasn't
Thank you.
going to just
Yeah.
snatch the child from their parent.
Maybe even
That's
take the two of
not a
them.
normal thing.
Also,
Yeah.
you guys are thinking very short term here.
Yeah,
That is a
Lorelai?
short term thinking.
Yeah, because he's
Wunsch,
gonna just come back.
yeah, Wunsch,
Mm.
what is the possibility of you perhaps moving to a place that is different from this? That maybe you could enjoy the company of others that don't expect anything of you except for conversation.
And friendship.
Where would I find such a place?
A place that comes to mind is an adventuring guild full of very responsible people, hopefully. That I'm very hopeful of that for my friends that are bodies.
No, I
We
was
have
actually
some.
thinking. I was actually thinking more I was thinking more maybe a place where Andeline is, so she could keep the well company and has very very reasonable ideas about what would
Elzaren?
happen. Rather, yes.
Elzaren? I don't think
Yes.
Andeline wants us to bring back a problem for her.
Do you have a better place?
There is another place. There is I have a perfect place.
Oh, no. You're not thinking of Malachi, are you?
Listen. No.
Okay.
Of course I am thinking of Malachi. But he is a bit of a hermit.
Yeah.
There is also a talking llama. Maybe you could
Oh.
convince him to give you cookies. But another thought is we have
The
a
llama
work.
doesn't talk. They only talk when animals speak with him.
So
All
we
I
can
have
call
ever heard is that he talks, so I don't know any difference.
Okay.
Should we ask the well?
I
if we
just
can talk to
assumed he
animals?
did not want to talk to me. Another thing is I know of a very temperamental pixie who is wise enough not to make stupid decisions that could alter the outcome of his life. He might think that you
Now.
are quite fun to talk about, but is smart enough not to make stupid deals. Now.
Or
So-
wishes.
Yeah.
And both would be close enough that we could come and talk to you too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We could come and ask you questions, and you could ask us questions. It'd be
Hmm.
near us.
Perhaps I could be moved.
Hmm.
I do not think I can move myself.
But
Okay.
could we wish to move you?
That would
Or
be
does that violate those
altering
rules?
my state of
Yeah, we
being.
can't. That is against the rules.
I-
Could you wish yourself to be a little lighter so that we may carry you?
It's tricky because I am the grantor.
Okay.
Mm.
Can I wish to be strong enough to move you?
Ah, now we're
Mm.
talking. Perhaps.
Not that she has wished that just at this moment, because if she turns into a mammoth or something, I'm going to be very
that was
worried.
hypothetical. She was merely asking a question, not stating.
That's why I said, could I?
Yeah.
She did say,
I
could
mean,
could
Do
she?
you wish to be strong?
Put a
She
pin in that.
maybe
Well,
W word for the ability for your current form to be able to move it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Avoids any
But
transformation
first-
shenanigans.
But do we want to bring him here first to undo what happened to Archie? Yeah, Archie.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, if you're capable of moving, what couldn't we take it there first before we
First,
head
yeah.
to
Okay.
the
Or
if that's what the plan
Uh,
we're going with?
Take the well to
Wh-
Archie on the way.
What if
Mm.
you merely wish for the ability to move the well to where you want it to move, so that
That
oh no, that
seems
could be.
very open-ended.
It's very vague. I do
Well, I'm
not
just
want to be a giant.
well, I'm
Raya.
only worried because you could wish to be as strong as it enough to move the well, and there could be some other component required. So while you're physically strong enough, you still can't move it because of some other unknown variable we have yet to uncover.
Wunsch,
Yes.
may I attempt to hold you and move you? I want to ask your permission first. Okay.
Yes.
May I roll an athletics check
Sure.
to see if I can move this well?
Can Gertrude try to move the well?
Yeah, can I try and help? I have decent enough athletics.
Sure.
It's at least not awful.
You know what? You have at it. I'm not gonna help because I have a negative.
Oh,
I'm an expert in athletics.
I have rolled a
Oh.
1 somehow, so I am
Oh,
going
wow.
to use. I'm going to use my inspiration
Good
to
use.
reroll that. Okay, it's an 18.
Okay. What did you get? Anowon?
Anowon got. I don't quite know how helping works in Pathfinder. I got a
That's
6.
fine.
Wow.
Just tell me what you rolled. Okay. Cool. You
It's-
are no help at all. Loralai. Again,
would've
there's
been-
the sense that you that it could be shifted.
Yeah.
That there's something about it that is an object rather than like an actual fixture.
Yeah.
But it's very heavy. It's like
Yeah.
it's a stone well. It's not,
But it doesn't feel like it's attached to the ground, which is
Correct.
It just feels like it's moving a bunch of stone, like a stone tower
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Kind of.
we
Mm.
could
like
probably.
you're definitely getting this is an object vibes rather than a like this is a very heavy object, but it's
If-
object rather than a
So the
Fixture.
whole well is you. If we
Yes.
take, say, the bucket or like the arm, something a lot easier to, would you move with it, or would you just be like, would that be like if I cut off my finger, just
if
That-
I take your arm, do you move with it?
no, I do not. I was unsure as to the nature of this. Like, if you could tie yourself to an individual part of the well.
I am
Just-
the well, the way you are your body.
Can we take you apart, move you, and then put you back together?
I feel the same question applies.
Gertrude looks
Yeah.
horrified at that.
I suspect that something would be lost in the transition. I am in fact not Theseus's ship.
Maybe there is a I mean, even ignoring that, there's still the
Raya
hole.
does
I
not
don't
get that
think you can
reference,
really,
but-
like, manually
Oh,
move
Briar.
the
Shawnali
hole.
just used it.
Briar has a
'Cause the
negative
whole
intelligence,
part-
y'all.
Is part
Sorry,
of you, part of the well, right? Actual hole in the ground.
Oh, the hole is. Okay, one moment. And there's a moment, and then you watch it as there's like a shimmer, and the water lifts, and you can see the bottom of the well, and the water's just like this deep.
That
Interesting.
might make this a lot easier, actually. Not trying to move a hole well as
Okay.
well.
So
I have a DM question.
Mhm.
All right. Trying to think of how to phrase this. There is an ability, follow the expert. If someone's an expert in a skill, we can roll or full, levels to do that. If we were to try to all communally try to move this well, would that be us aiding one of them, or would it be just a combination of each
So-
of our roles?
Trying to move this just
Mhm.
by like brute forcing it is probably not going to work. It's very heavy. You're going to have to find a way to move it that isn't just pushing it through the forest and over a creek and around a log that looks like a ship. You're going to have some method of doing so, because it's like, it would be like trying to move a house, right? Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Could
I totally get what you're saying.
do what they do to move a house and do the whole, we get the rolly sticks and we have a platform and we use movement to roll and push it along. Have you ever done that? I've done that.
That would probably work.
How many
I
days
see
You
what
would
still
you're
have a
saying.
problem with the creek, but like there would be some issues getting through the forest. But yeah, potentially
Could
something like that would.
we dig a trench all the way from here to the horde, and then it floats along water?
I feel like that's altering
lots
the
of
forest
big-
too much, and the druids would be the dryads would be
Right.
very with us.
That
Also-
also just feel that
That
feels
would also
like
take
multiple
a long
days
time.
worth of trench digging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stone
That's-
not known for its floating.
I mean, neither is
Hummus.
metal, but there are boats made of metal. You know, just need to
Dang.
tool it around a bit.
Perhaps.
I think maybe a bridge. If we can get a big, or like a set of logs, or like a big like plank or something, maybe rolled across that.
I can cast Water Walk.
I
Would
still
that
think it gets
work?
past the problem of we will literally. Oh, trying to think of the proper metaphor here that everyone would understand. We'd be trying to do a demigod-like task to move this well the way we're talking about. Which I like to. You guys are all very talented people, but I don't think we are quite there yet. I think we need another method. I'm going back
What
to
if-
Gertrude's wish. Being
What if this is not, I'm not saying this like this is just a hypothetical.
Wait, hold on. She's gonna hand her a piece of paper and be like, "Write it down. Don't say it out loud."
Okay. Okay, she'll write down, what if we wished we knew how to help? like the best way to help the well.
Solve your own problem. Well.
Like,
Imagine it just says, "Go find an archmage to just teleport it." That's the easiest way.
okay.
I don't know how to load this on my back to consider it part of me. Can you teleport objects with that? I don't know.
So you are a physical form. You are physically the well, right? You are not a spirit. Yes.
Correct.
Clarifying. Okay. That rules out my
Do we-
idea.
I suppose
Find an
I
archmage?
could perhaps be something else if it was appropriate.
Like appropriate for the environment, like like a flower or something like that.
Do flowers grant wishes?
No,
It's-
but Elzaren was right.
Does
Ooh.
Gertie know of any fairy tales that also grant wishes that are not wells?
You could make a folklore check. I don't know, history, I guess.
How about a halfling lore check? Is there like a specific
yeah,
halfling
yep.
lore?
All right.
Okay,
He's gonna make Rumpelstiltskin. Watch.
16.
Most of the wish granting things in fairy tales are beings, like genies or fairies or that kind of stuff. Objects that grant wishes. What did you roll? 16.
16. You know what? I have inspiration, don't I?
You have a sense that there are other things, but you can't think of specific examples.
Is it worth using my inspiration on this? Because I only rolled a 3 on the die.
I mean, I could
Oh.
always
You know what? I'm gonna
throw
do
my
it.
knowledge as well.
Oh my
after you.
goodness, I rolled a 4, so it's only
Aw.
1 better. I'm not rolling
Anowon,
well today.
You, given your background, I'm gonna let you do a. What's your special lore? Do you have a special lore?
Esoteric lore.
Yeah, do
Specific,
one of them.
it is.
Do one of them.
Nice. I will take it.
Because you definitely have.
I did one better than Gertrude. I got an 18.
We're not having a great day here.
I would say that given your background, though, you would know that there are talismans, but they're usually very problematic, like monkey paws
Palace.
and
There's
Magic sword.
they usually come with major strings.
yes. I mean, there are objects that would fit into the woods that you could perhaps make yourself into that grant wishes. However, those items normally have they twist the wish into something you do not want. For example, you wish to,
I know one. You like when you wish for 1,000,000 gold and 1,000,000 gold falls directly on your head.
yes, like that. Anowon was trying really hard to not think of something that is very similar to how the well gave him wings when he has to fly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the initial thing that came to mind was to fly, and then you turn into a bird. Wait, that's exactly what you did.
Yep.
I can't bring that up as an example of the bad thing to do. Normally they have that kind of connotation. I do not know if that would be suitable to.
Well, I don't.
Well, could he change back afterwards? Like, he's a monkey
True,
paw
we
or
could.
whatever?
No. They just the
It
monkey's
could be a
paw.
temporary arrangement. Go back into a well once we get in a different area. Or maybe even something more appropriate.
I'm getting more
I
towards.
think,
Go ahead.
I think
Go
that
ahead.
we are doing a lot of talking here, but it is more what you want. Do you want to go? You do not want to go back to the ground, correct?
No, it was very boring there.
And I think that we could provide you a different place that is maybe more suitable to what you want, which is people to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want to tell you what shape you should be, because that is not what friends do. We don't tell each other what we should be.
My
If
Unless
you
you
want
want.
to be,
not. I'm not attached.
yeah. But if there was something that maybe you thought would be really cool to be, you should be that instead of, anything we could come up with.
I need to roll a thing.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. All right. There is kind of a moment, and then there's a shimmer. And where the well was, there is now a statue.
Is it huge?
Is it what?
I know.
Is it huge?
No, it's
Is
like
it of a gift?
a little statue, and it looks like trying to figure out how to explain the thing in my head. It kind of looks humanoid, but in a very general way.
Like
Like
if an
it's-
alien was like, this
like
is what a
it's
human is.
Trying to be
Nondescript.
person-ish,
Yeah.
but it is
Oh.
stone. Like it is completely stone.
Wow,
It's like,
Wooch, you look so good!
That's pretty
Ooh.
cool. Do you like that
Is
form?
I don't have an opinion.
Cool. That's better than not liking it.
Hmm.
Sometimes
this-
it's just nice to have a body.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Have a
guess that's
body.
true.
Pardon?
Loralai, can you see how heavy this statue is real quick? See if it's different in weight since you've already tried to see if it's gotten lighter.
Oh, yes. Wooch, do you mind if I try to pick you up again?
Please.
Okay, I'm gonna forego rolling because it didn't go well for me last time, and that's the thing I can do. I got a 20.
Okay. You can lift it. It's still fucking heavy, but it's dense, but it's
Yeah.
smaller, so it's manageable. But it's going to be a mission. Like, it's going to be hard work to get it back.
If I was to tie it to my back or something, would that be a bit easier?
Maybe it would still be.
Yeah.
Could we switch it
Difficult.
periodically
Yeah.
to some of the
Yeah.
stronger members just to
I
kind of give
could
each other
go-
breaks?
Yeah, probably half speed, but I can still move it.
So I would
Um,
say you guys can move it at this stage, but it
Yeah.
would be slow going and it would be not an easy task. It is heavy.
Maybe we could, divide the work a little bit. Two people carry it like a couch or whatever. No, pivot. Pivot.
Yeah.
You're not
And-
pivoting.
How far
Cross a
away are
creek?
we from town?
It would have been like a 20-minute walk into the forest. It's
Yeah.
not that far.
Could we just go rent a horse and a buggy?
A
Oh,
cross
and Cross
creek
Creek?
would be hard.
The creek
Yeah.
would be hard.
Yeah,
the
it's there's no roads. Like this is
It's
a thing
forest.
a child found, so
But-
it's very
But we could carry it out of the forest.
Yes.
Maybe it would take
Yeah.
us 40 minutes, but a cart would then at least get us back to the guild. And I still think that perhaps staying with Gerald isn't a bad idea.
No, I think that's a better idea than
We might
I would
want
like
to run
Yeah.
that by Gerald first, though.
that's a true statement actually. Yeah, I don't know if he'd be cool with extra things if he didn't want them. If he didn't want them. I mean, he seems like he'd be
Yes.
agreeable to some things.
What Gerald wants is definitely on my mind.
But
I think
he's
we
so
all know that Gerald is not
grumpy.
going to love this idea, but that's fine.
He's the grumpiest.
It's the final payback for switching the medallions that one time.
If all else fails, we will find a good spot for you. Don't worry.
Where we can
And
visit you and
friends.
talk to you.
Yes.
Excellent.
We know a lot of people in town.
I
lot of
would
friendly
love to
people.
talk to you some more.
We're going to go see Archie first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So-
take the very heavy statue and struggle your way through the forest. I'm not going to make you roll for it. It takes a while. But eventually you manage to get back to the Sims house with your statue. The kids are playing. It's pretty much in exactly the same state it was in before.
Don't
So,
bring the
who
other
wants-
kids near the statue, please.
No.
Should
No,
some
no.
of us go cause a distraction for the other kids?
That would be very good.
The cookies.
You gave the cookies to Mom.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Gertie's gonna go get the mom first and tell
Oh wait,
everyone
is she
to
not,
like.
are you been turning
Yeah,
rocks into cookies the whole way
can
here?
provide an excellent distraction. Being trained in performance.
Magic show.
Exactly. That is exactly what it was going to be.
Well, they will be absolutely into that.
Well, Gertie's gonna tell everyone to like stay with the statue a little bit away, and then go go get the mom.
Okay. Do you explain?
Yeah.
'Kay.
And try to
Oh,
make
we
sure
turned
there's
the well
the
into a
least
statue.
amount of kids around.
So you're telling me that Archie just needs to wish his arms back?
Yes, but he needs to be very careful about how he
Specific.
says that wish. Like he needs to sit there and say that he wants his original arms before he made that wish in the exact same position and location that they were originally at. Like he needs to be very specific.
Wait, you
Location
mean
is
I could
probably
get my arms on my head? That would be fun. Could I get extra arms? That would also be fun. And Lottie is like, Archie, Come now, enough. Oh, fine.
Archie can probably read, right? Can he
Archie
read?
can read. Not great, but he can read.
Okay.
But Gertrude, remember that location? That word can also mean in space. So we don't want his arms to appear in the forest.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that
Oh.
Okay.
Same place on
So-
his body.
Gertrude's gonna run some things by, and she's gonna say, "How about he wishes for his arms to be connected to his original arms to be connected to his body in the same position and manner that it physically was before
Before one.
before he made the wish to fly." Is that too much? Not clear enough? I'm not as smart as
Elzaren?
Oh, I have nothing related to the wish. I was
Oh,
just
okay.
gonna talk to Archie and tell him, like, I think there is a rule about joining the Horde to have adventures that you have to have your arms in the place arms are normally. They don't like it on your head. I don't know why. They might make an exception, but I can't. It might lower your chances of joining if you don't have arms in the same spot.
Make a. I'm gonna say deception check.
Man, I'm being. Oh, okay, maybe I am. All right.
Do you think if
fine.
someone with only one arm showed up, Andeline wouldn't give them a job?
No, but I think Angeline might not give somebody a job if they wish for arms on their head and they had arms on their head. And they said that. I do believe that, but I'll try deception in this case. Ooh, only a 14. I'm
That
gonna
seems
use my.
very prejudicial. Big word for a 9-year-old.
That is. That's a good word.
Alright, I'll behave. I'll wish for the thing. Does this mean we have to go back into the forest?
No,
Oh.
because the well turned itself into a statue.
It turned into a statue of what?
I don't know, some dude.
A very generic humanoid. Like,
Oh.
literally.
That's boring.
Well, no, that means you can imagine that person to be whoever you want it to be. So it could be anybody.
It's kind of
I'm
fascinating.
gonna
make
go
up a
say hello.
story.
Can I go say hello,
Like-
Mom? And the mother's like, oh, is it safe
Just
for him?
Don't, as long as he doesn't make a wish.
you really just the wish grant. What I would say it right. Jennifer Gertie would say it right. Jennifer can't. Says the
Unch.
name. Unch is very friendly and just really just wants to have somebody to talk to and be friends. Not malice in any way.
I
That
see.
is very true.
But it turned my child into
It doesn't know a lot of things, so if you wish to fly, it might do something like this. It just thought that was the quickest way to let Archie
see.
fly, because it doesn't have it's a
Right.
it
I want to
doesn't look
meet
like a
this
person.
thing.
Sure.
A weird thing, you may have to give it something to be able to talk to it if you want to talk to it.
You can only talk into your brain. Your brain
Yeah,
hole.
it's telepathic. It talks.
I don't necessarily want it to talk to me. I
Okay,
have some
alright, very
things
well.
to say.
Very well.
So you take her over? She
Sure.
sits down in front of the statue and she looks at it. She goes, right, you. I don't know what you are or who you are, but what you did to my child was not okay. We don't just change people's limbs willy-nilly without first checking with their parents. Do you understand me? Now,
I ask him if he can hear her,
it goes,
or I ask them.
yes, I can. She's very firm, isn't she? Bit scary.
No, she has to make sure that they don't wish for dumb things
Now,
or foolish things.
children are often very stupid. I don't mean that to be harsh. They don't have the life experience to understand the repercussions of their actions. So, if you expect to be a part of this community, I expect you to treat children carefully and to not just give them whatever they want. It is not good for children to have whatever they want. Do you understand me? And inside your heads, those of you who hear it, it goes, yes, I think so. I feel chastised. Is that normal? What is happening?
It is what it is like to have a mother.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, why
She's-
would you do that?
Lessons
So you don't.
and
So you
love.
don't. So you don't act foolish all the time. This is how we learn not to be foolish.
Oh, goodness. All right. Please tell her I shall do my best.
I will
Which
repeat
was-
that.
The best.
She goes, very good. Well, she pats it on the head. Good. Now, I would like you, please, to return my child back to his former form before you messed around with him.
I'm sorry. One
Yes.
cannot make a wish for somebody else's body. It is a rule.
That's actually a very good rule. All right.
It's what we said.
Archie, come
Yeah.
here. And Archie comes over and sits down. Now, no nonsense. You just say it simply and obviously. And Archie looks at the thing and goes, This isn't the same though. It's not a well. It's a statue, but the same. It's the
Yeah.
same friend, yeah.
Yeah,
And
try
Well-
talking to him.
you all hear
Yeah.
the thing go, Ah, Archibald, my dear, I did miss you. You didn't come visit. And he goes, Oh yeah, Mum made me stay at home after the wings thing. Flying was really fun though, but Mom says that I should ask you to put me back the way I was. Wait. I wish for my arms to be the same as they were before I had the flying wish. Is that right? He looks around.
It's good.
And you all hear in your head this like little chuckle. And he goes, and the what's his name? Crunch, wunch,
Crunch.
crunch. You don't have to write it down for me. I don't remember things until I can see them spelled. Says, I'm not actually malicious. I just try to do the thing people ask. And you watch
You
as
do.
Archie's arms change back into arms. And he like,
Knowing.
cool. All right, okay, bye. And he jumps up and runs off. And Lottie goes, there. Now, what are we going to do with him?
We have an idea, but I have a question for you.
Mhm.
So he gave me this really cool ability,
Mhm.
and I want to just because I wouldn't have gotten it unless you hired us. So is there like a meal that you really, really love that you haven't had in a while? Like if you could have anything to eat
Oh.
right now.
Fish. Honestly, we eat
What-
so much meat. And we can
What-
very seldom get fish. So any sort of
Is there-
fish would be incredible.
Do you have a favorite fish dish?
Oh. Once, many, many years ago, I had baked salmon with fresh asparagus.
Okay.
Sidebar,
choice.
totally Jax's actual favorite meal.
Yeah.
All right, so
Baby
Gertrude's
potatoes.
gonna find 3 or 4 rocks that look like they would make enough to be family-sized portions of these things, and make that with her
Awesome.
little ability.
Grand. They will eat it happily and with great relish. Do you join them?
I'm not.
Okay.
I would just to show them it's safe. Like, oh, this is really good. Like, I just kind of eat. Like
Kids
it's
all
only
eat
just.
yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's
That's it.
into it.
I just wonder. It doesn't store well though. It'll vanish if you don't eat it right away. It's magic is weird.
Good. That is not a problem. They devour it.
That's why Gertie's not eating, is because of what Anna said.
I have a statue to move, so I actually have to get out of here.
Yeah.
G-
I
gotta-
will help with that.
As will I.
I'm very glad your son is back at full
Me too.
strength.
Thank you
Uh,
so
Mhm.
much. I
Enjoy
will
your-
have Annie bring the meat to the guild hall.
Yes.
Thank you.
Is it
Enjoy your
enough?
meal.
I feel like that's a very small payment
is.
for.
Plenty.
This is the appropriate for this kind of mission. No, we've
Okay.
done that in the past.
Well,
I mean,
if you
yeah.
if you ever have any need of, I don't know, like the older children are quite handy. If you need some assistance with anything, I'm sure
Sure.
they would be happy to help.
I mean, occasionally I could use some help making my baked goods, and then we can do a trade off. I can teach one of
Oh.
them how to cook and stuff.
We have a lot of chefs in our
Kiki
group.
Kiki is very interested in learning to cook. And,
I
and
would-
she gestures at the 10-year-old girl.
I'd be happy to teach her how to cook. I can come by. I can bring my stuff, and then we can make stuff together.
Amazing. Kiki's very excited.
Are any of them scavengers, herbologists, anything along those lines?
Well, Archie, I
Good at
suppose,
finding.
likes to wander around in the forest, as you may have noticed, and get himself into trouble.
Yeah. I have many ingredients that I'm in need of quite often. Perhaps he could
Maybe he
assist.
can
And
help
I'm
with
sure
that.
he'd like it too.
Archie's like, yeah, you can teach me magic things. And Lottie's like, oh,
Yeah.
please don't teach him magic things.
Don't worry, I cannot. It's complicated. But I will not be able to teach him anything, not without a lot of practice and time.
Okay.
He will not pick anything up from me. I can assure you, I barely know how my own stuff works.
And once the schoolhouse is done, they will obviously all be going to school. Except maybe Izzy. She probably has a couple more rotations before she will be ready.
Well, we spent all that time helping, getting the school together. We obviously wouldn't want anyone not to go.
The oldest is named Annie, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Annie, could you please carry my bag out for me? I have to go to the statue.
Sure.
And I
Yeah.
lure the child out of the house.
Yep.
And I say, okay, Annie, next time you are going to town, I want you to go to Kari, okay?
Mhm.
And you are going to pick out anything you want from the bakery for your family, and I will pay for it, okay?
Oh, Mom really doesn't like it when we do things
No.
like that.
This is because
This-
you are bringing us meat. It is my payment for you bringing it
But
to us instead of
the
me
meat-
having to pick it
For,
up.
for just delivery. It's a delivery fee.
Can you
Okay.
follow us out, Elzaren?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought you were going to the statue, no?
Elzaren's at
Yeah.
the
I was
statue.
gonna.
Okay.
I was gonna go with you
Anowon is
because
also at the statue.
I'm
Or
an
you could
expert
have this
in aesthetics.
conversation on the way when it's just
Yeah.
the two of you.
Oh,
That's
okay.
also
So-
fine. Yeah.
So just so you know, this is not a gift. I am paying you for
For
delivery.
my delivery service. Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
does it have to be like bread, or can I get one of those cool moving animals? Have you seen those? I see them in the window all the time, but we can never really get
There's
those.
also a really cool, it's like a rainbow thing. Crystal, like a prism.
Yeah, don't
That is
worry.
Very good.
I will arrange it with Kari. So you don't
Okay.
have to worry. Get something for you and your siblings to have a nice night with you and your mom and just have a good time. Remember,
Thank you.
delivery fee.
I'll tell
For
Mom.
deliveries.
After
Don't do
I've done
anything
it,
for
I'll tell
free.
Mom.
Exactly.
she's right there with you.
Okay.
Payments for
Thank you for
services,
carrying my bag.
Okay. So, where are you taking the statue?
Are we really
Gertrude-
taking this?
So,
Okay. Gertrude.
Gertrude would offer to just keep it in her room, because then she can keep people out, and
That
the
is
bee will have somebody to talk to.
Does Honey
Oh, the
Biscuit
bee's
know not to
definitely
make?
not going to make any dumb wishes.
The
Perhaps-
other option.
Can the
No.
bee make a wish?
Stop me if this sounds like a bad idea, but maybe even in the common room? I feel like
No.
our guild is
No.
Oh,
No.
that is what I want to avoid.
Nope.
Look,
I
I
will
know.
speak from having Stump. I love him. He's my stumpy boy, but he will make the dumbest wish the
He will
quickest.
do it. He will do it.
People get drunk in there. I don't think that's a good mixture. Is all I'm
It's
gonna
just,
say.
the people I've met seem sensible enough that they wouldn't make dumb wishes.
I've
but I
only been with the
haven't met
Horde a few
everyone.
weeks, and no. That's not some kind of power
Yeah.
you put
Most
in the
of-
Horde.
Most
Right.
of the people I've met have been the clerics who seem pretty.
maybe
reasonable.
we let Miss Angeline know, and then she can tell us. Because I feel like if she doesn't know, she's gonna get very angry. And I'm trying
Oh,
to be
yeah.
friends with her, so
Mm.
I
We
don't
would
want
tell
her
her,
to
of
be
course.
angry.
It's not a secret.
No, I mean we're just outside of town. Like one of us could just run in and ask her, while the rest of us guard this thing from mischief, and then
Well, As I carry it, you could probably run ahead.
Yeah, it's a slow carry.
Yeah, I
thought we
can
were
I can make you
carrying
go
it
fast real quick.
together. Like
Yeah, but on
I
my
thought-
back is also better. So if you are got the feet and I've got the body, you know.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Okay, so
Alright, so
what are you doing?
so you two are
Who of
gonna
us
walk
is
towards town. The
fastest?
rest of us will run ahead and contact Andeline.
Yeah.
Andeline. All right,
Not
take your
fast, so
time,
you
guys.
guys would let me.
Okay, so you
Oh.
come into the anvil. Yes, Gertie.
I have a question.
Yes.
If we talk telepathically to the statue, does he respond in a way that everyone hears? Or can it just be a one-on-one conversation?
Well, you don't know because you haven't tried.
Okay, Gertie's gonna say hello and ask him how he's feeling right now and to see if anybody else hears it.
I'm okay. I'm not sure about this form yet. Everybody hears,
Okay.
but
Okay.
you weren't like yeah.
So we
Okay.
go into the anvil. Andeline?
Hello. Oh, you're back. How's Archie?
Archie is better, but we have a wrinkle.
Oh boy.
And then I try and give her the. We need to talk in
Yeah.
a quiet corner.
Yeah. She'll
And-
take you into the back room.
And me and all who came with me will kind of give her the details and as quickly and as simply as possible, and what's happening with the statue's current whereabouts and where it's heading.
I see. So you have acquired some sort of mimic adjacent creature that instead of trying to eat people, grants wishes.
Which we didn't want to leave in the forest for any random person
I
to find.
understand that, but what do you intend to do with it?
Keep it away from people who might be silly enough to do bad things with wishes?
Right. Where are these people who are not silly enough to do bad things with wishes? Because
That's
I've
why
never
we're
met any.
That's why I'm talking to you now, because I have not met many myself.
Well,
And you know the ones
Gertrude
I have
offered.
met. Yeah,
Gertrude
we can try
offered
and
to keep it, and she's really
problem-
trustworthy.
The problem is that if you have something like that in your vicinity, do you know how often you go, "Ugh, I wish I could just..."
Yeah.
And you don't think about
Yeah.
it.
Mm.
I do
Yeah.
it, and I know better. It's very easy.
Well, I mean,
if you
is there
want this
someplace?
thing to be somewhere where it can interact,
Mhm.
that's very dangerous.
Yeah.
However, it's also kind of good practice.
I guess, but
Mhm.
What
Wait.
if it's still in the guild hall? It's only accessed by some people. Like, I just need Stump not to be able to get to it. I love him. I do. But he does not need to be near it. And we
Who's
have a
going to
sign.
make that decision, Gertrude? Who
Yeah,
isn't
that's the thing
allowed?
because that could get problematic in different ways
Because
too.
I'm not willing to create that sort of hierarchy.
That's fair. That's also why I
Yeah.
just wanted to say he could be in my room.
What do you think of? Do you think Malachi would be responsible enough of this? You know him better than me.
I
I
feel
mean,
like
at
he's
least
become an experiment.
Yes,
all right.
almost certainly. However, Malachi has also dealt with the Fae, and therefore knows better than to go wishing for things all over the place. However, again, Malachi is very likely to put it in his garden and forget that it's there.
Also,
Is that the worst
I
thing?
feel like he says "I wish" a lot. Like, he just seems like the type of guy that'd be like, "I wish that I could do this thing. Oh, I have this idea. I wish I could test it right now."
Well,
Fair.
because he doesn't wish, he just does the thing.
Mhm.
What if We put it in a garden, but didn't tell anybody it grants wishes.
Oh, I'm sure that will absolutely not go wrong at all.
Wait,
A 9-year-old ended up with wings.
question.
Because it was a well. And he started wishing.
And threw something into the well. I don't know how you would activate the statue if we didn't give it something in return.
Gertrude?
Yes. Did he say that he was able to grant wishes because they were friends, and us giving stuff to him made us friends? Is that how it worked? I'm asking, not Gertie saying out loud.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, is that what he said?
He needed the connection to be able to communicate.
Okay. And then, so Gertie will pipe up, like, well, we're the only ones connected besides Archie. And he said he only grants wishes for friends. And then we needed to make that connection. Remember, you guys had to do something after us to be able to talk to him?
Mm-hmm.
He can still understand people talking to him. So we could just say, like, hey, come talk to this statue if you just need somebody to talk to and there's nobody around, but don't tell them to give anything, because nobody's going to just give a statue anything.
Okay.
I mean, you could say something about it being bad luck to make an offering. I mean, yeah.
No,
still
don't
talk.
lie. Don't lie, because
No.
people test assumptions.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
I mean, it's possible that if you just put it somewhere on the guild grounds, nothing bad will happen.
I mean, if we don't tell anyone else there on the guild grounds, besides us.
It's just decor, right?
Don't say anything about wishes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't say anything about wishes, and don't tell anyone that it's sentient.
Yeah.
Are you all going to be able to keep that secret?
We'll have to for everyone's best interests, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All
Gertie's
right.
gonna eye Honey Biscuit.
Where would you recommend we put this? What's the roof maybe? Or
No,
someplace where people don't get
no,
often?
let's not put the sentient magic creature right next to the teleportation circle. That seems like a bad idea. Let's just put it in the grounds, like it's decor, garden ornament.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about putting it near Gerald's place? Near, not on.
You could put it near Gerald's place. I can guarantee that Gerald will not make any unwise wishes out loud.
Exactly. Has somebody in this party suggested already? And also, I think not many people go there except to get their medallions updated. So it's
Don't
not like
put it
that's a
right in his garden because he will get
No.
cranky. Yeah.
No.
Crankier.
I just meant near. Near, like I said, near, not on his place, but near his place.
I'm sure that will be fine.
That's the best idea we've got. We should, yeah. Everyone
I
okay
don't
with this
see
plan?
any other way of dealing with it unless we kill it, and that doesn't seem
No.
fair.
That doesn't.
No.
I'm against
It sounds
somebody
like it's not malicious. It's just
powerful and unable to
yeah.
know people well enough.
Interesting though. Have any of you ever heard of something like this?
Not like this.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't know many wish granting creatures. To be honest, though, that's not something I've encountered.
This is new.
It did say it was from below. What do you call the lands below?
The Darklands.
The Darklands. Yes, it didn't know that name, but it seemed to indicate it was from there, and something pushed it out.
Pushed it
was
out.
Yes, that's how it described it. Like it was ejected by another creature and came here, which is a theme. It seems like
Yep.
lately.
Sure is. Something is
So
definitely pushing things up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so when
Perhaps we
is
will
this something we're gonna have to
eventually
yeah.
figure out what it is.
and push back maybe?
Depends what it is, I suppose.
Nothing in its description so far makes me think it's not something that shouldn't be pushed to be doing something, but I could be wrong. Maybe I see every problem as something to be poked
Something
rather
to
than.
hit.
I talk when I can, but you know, that doesn't work for me as often as I'd like.
Okay, well, I don't hold out a lot of hope that this is going to stay a secret because, in my experience, the only way to be sure something stays a secret is for only one person to know it. However, We'll give it a
Yeah.
go.
Well,
But
hey, at
you
least
now-
the psychic was on this mission, so I won't glean it, from anybody else's
Mhm.
mind. So,
Try not to actually lie to the other Horde members.
No, we'll just say it's a statue we found that we want there.
Just put it there.
mhm.
I mean, if someone asks, if someone sees the statue, it looked weird where it
I
was.
don't
and
love
we,
this, but
um,
I don't see an
Yeah.
alternative.
but we also wanted to make sure you knew. We didn't want to, we want something you were
That
comfortable
I
with
do
as well.
appreciate.
Yeah,
Well,
we
when
wouldn't.
people start developing wings instead of arms, we'll know why.
And we might even have a way to fix that if they don't want them. Just saying.
Alright.
Jaya,
If-
Jaya will open her mouth and like a little bubble will come out and pop at Andeline. You're doing such a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got weird things. That Gertrude's gonna like pull out a rock and like it's a cookie.
Right.
It gave us weird abilities for a little while.
Well, here's the thing.
Elzaren will
DM,
start singing.
You don't know. You don't know how long it's gonna last.
Yeah.
The
That's
DM
true,
told
that's
the
true.
player it lasts for a week,
Oh, yeah.
but your characters have no idea.
I think mine lasts only a day.
Mine
Yeah,
lasted days,
some
but
of
yeah.
them are
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Jaya is still all glittery, right? Like where she's at.
Oh, for the
For the
trail. The
breadcrumbs.
spell.
Yeah.
The breadcrumbs.
Like.
All
I
right,
think technically only you can see it, but
Oh, okay.
Lorelai,
So-
have you caught up?
Probably.
well, Honey Biscuit probably once we decided that it was going to,
the
Gerald.
Guildhall.
The ground.
yeah,
near Gerald.
that he would fly to tell Lorelai
Okay, so she doesn't have to
Alright.
carry it.
Yeah.
all
Alright.
the way and then turn around.
And
Alright.
avoid as much as
Alright.
town as possible.
No
Mhm.
one.
Well, congratulations, I suppose, on your new garden ornament. I sure hope that doesn't come back to bite us.
Mhm.
You know what? I've had a statue in a garden before when last I worked. It worked out fine.
Right.
I think that's a
Mm.
precedent.
I should have wore that shirt.
You didn't
Alright,
know. You
is
didn't
there
know.
anything else, folks?
Lorelai's gonna make sure that it is in behind the workshop, the back garden, so it's not very visible,
Okay.
but also that it's right on the fucking line of what Gerald would consider his garden.
Okay.
Um,
There's no like fence or anything like that. It's not that kind
No,
of place.
But just
Yeah.
the how a yard is kept, and even
Mhm.
without a fence, you can kind of
Yeah.
tell.
Yep.
It's
So-
right on that line.
So you're doing the "I'm not touching you" thing, where it's like
Yep.
technically.
Exactly.
Yep.
um,
Okay.
at some point, because everybody's gonna know anyways, Gertrude is going to ask once
Wunsch.
Woof.
could somebody wish for information about somebody?
When do you ask this?
I probably would have asked on our walk forward. I just didn't want to interrupt the flow of moving stuff
The game.
along. So yeah. So like in the forest area.
Perhaps it sort of depends on the nature of the information and the people involved.
What if it was my son and I just kind of want to know where he's at?
How many sons do you have?
I would specify the specific son that I would like to know about, but
There is a long pause. And then north of here. Definitely in the north. I would say perhaps the wildlands. It's
she already kind of knows that.
it's
but he, like-
difficult, but because of your connection, I can sense the line between you.
So it's active line?
Correct.
Thank you.
It would be easier if it was flowing the other way.
What?
The line, the connection between you and your child, is flowing towards you.
She's gonna be really confused about that. What kind of line is it?
It's like a conduit of some sort.
Like I'm getting something from him.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's coming from the north.
There's a, what lands is it again?
The wildlands.
What-
It's the very top of the
Wildlands?
continent. There's like an area of just like wild kind of, yeah.
Mm.
Gertrude would know it as an area where there's a lot of like, so there's where Gertrude came from on the coast, and then there's Varen up in the eastern corner of the continent, and then in between there's the Riverlands, which is where there's loads of rivers, and then north of that is the Wildlands, which is like bandits and giants and lots of scary things, basically.
The
Is that where
frontier.
So
Bria
like
is
the
from?
teeth, but up there.
Yeah. Is that where? Who? Sorry.
Bria?
No, Bria's from a completely different continent.
Okay.
Sorry,
Awesome.
and this conversation was being had on the way to the pub?
Yep. Sounds like it. So you all would have heard it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
On that
Yeah.
note, if there is nothing else, we will assume that the statue has been placed in the guild gardens, and we will see what happens. Thank you for playing this game with me. It was a lot of fun for me. I hope it was a lot of fun for you. Everyone
Definitely.
watching, thank you as always for watching and joining us for the Gallant Horde. Next week we will be playing the Siren, which is set in Merterra. It'll be our first mission in Merterra of this season. And that's going to be a lot of fun. There will also be City in Yellow before the Horde game on Sunday. So make sure you join us for the double-barrel TTRPG awesomeness. Yeah, I think that's everything. Also, it's September, so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will see you next week. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a beautiful time zone. Farewell.